All right, guys. Coach does have a flight to catch after the press conference, so if we could limit it to just one question each and try to get to the point as quickly as possible with that. Without me speaking too much, Coach, if you could then perhaps just share your thoughts on the game with us to begin.
Good afternoon. It's not yet evening, I think. Good afternoon to members of the media. 1-1 in hindsight, probably not the best result for us with what we want, but okay, we take it because at the end, Hedges said to me at the beginning of the season we'd be here and we would pick up a point and maybe 4 points against a very good side with very good players and well coached. I would have said I take it any day. So the only feeling is a little bit difficult because at 1-0 I think we had it, and we could have invested a little bit more to make it 2, and then we got caught a little bit. So yeah, but 1-1 is a score we'll take, and we'll work very hard to get better and to improve. So
when you look at your rotation, obviously with your schedule,
yeah.
so communicate to continue to rotate players, and you've been doing it. In as much as you're doing well and results, what's the downside of it?
So today is, I said to the players, I at the expense of fluidity and automizations, you have to give a lot of our players chances to play. Players want to play football, and when they get opportunities, it makes them happy. So at the expense of the fluidity, which is what you are saying, and I didn't expect a lot of fluidity, but I thought the second half was a better reflection of our personality. But the happiness of the players came for me first and foremost. And, we've done it. So we've got no reasons all of a sudden after a draw to think, but why we rotate and all these things. It's part of football. You know, you can't win them all, and it's also part of life. Life is such like that. We win so much that with victories comes very little life lessons. And so sometimes you have to receive the uppercut, because where we want to go and what we want to achieve, we have to get better. And sometimes you learn in the difficulties, and fortunately by God's grace the difficulties are a point for us and not -3 or a loss. So we have to take the life lessons and improve and get better and try to work hard on some of the things that we picked up today, and every single day we try to improve and get better.
Just for the benefit of Coach, if you could just introduce yourself as well and state your media house.
Thank you very much. Coach,
Sure.
Manga from Stellenbosch.
Sure, Manga.
Yes. Coach, Liam says must only one.
Yeah.
2 questions.
Just one.
One.
Just one.
Yes, I'll ask one. Coach, can you please give us an update? We've been hearing from our sister media houses about the state of Danie Craven, and we can
And who? You said something. You said Andile Charlie and Mbule.
Yes. Maybe Bruno, I will tell you what he said.
No. Keep going. Yeah.
Yes. But I just want you
Sure.
because one report something that
Yeah.
is coming from the coach. They say they come to training around, and what is being said around. So can you just give an update on that? Is it true? Is it not? How's it being taken? Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you. So what I said in the last press conference, I said, if you're looking for negatives about my players, you won't find. You won't find. I have 2 responsibilities. The first responsibility I have for the club, protect Mamelodi Sundowns, number 1. Number 2, I have to protect my players. I have that, and those are two very important responsibilities. What I will say, and I will say this in a coachless situation. Not, I say it as before I'm a coach, I'm a human being,
Yes.
and before they are players, they are human beings.
Yes.
And so we have to be very, very careful sometimes not to go in the side where we affect the person only because we are targeting the professional. It's very important. And I don't want to go into too much detail into it, because at the end of the day, things that happen in the club are for the football club to deal with. And there are so many internal things that happen at every single football club. And it becomes very important for the football club to protect not just the professionals, including myself, but also the human being. Because like in corporate, and like in every other job, no one's perfect. And so that imperfection must come with also the acceptance that people will have my back, and people will have, in my moments where I act as a human being, where I have more weaknesses than strengths, I have more mistakes than good moments. In those moments, I have to know, and that's where I am, that I am there for the players. But it will never be at the expense of the football club. No chance.
Let's go to Mark.
Coach, is there
Yes, sir.
some part of you that's a little bit relieved that this record is now gone and discussion is off the table and it takes a little, are you feeling a little bit of a weight of pressure with this record?
I don't know how to answer, because in a good way, this is good for the supporters, it's good for the club, and then in another way, we don't look at that because that doesn't give you results, and so it becomes a difficult one, because the football club wants results and wants to continue to win. But for sure, the reality is when you work every day and everybody starts to say, especially to the players, I think the weight of the expectation is that you've got to win every single match, and that's not possible in football. In football, you lose more than you win. That's reality. And in a moment where honestly, I thought the best thing to happen to us today was to concede the goal, because I didn't like the personality that I saw when we were leading 1-0. And sometimes, as I said, life happens to you where you have to learn the lessons, and sometimes we learn the lessons in more in the difficulties, in the moments where that there are challenges. Then we recognize when we are winning, and with a lot of humility and with a lot of appreciation for our opposition and how difficult it is to win football matches in this league, we have to accept that we're not going to win every single match. And today was a very good demonstration of that, and how difficult it is, not just as a lesson for the players and the coaches, but also for the club and also for the supporters, that you can't win everything and you can't win every match. That doesn't mean we don't try. We try to win every match, and we try to invest so much into preparing to win every single match. And then when we don't, we have to also say congratulations to the opposition, congratulations to Stevie Barker and his side, because they also pushed us, and away from home, a very difficult pitch, very difficult conditions with the rain, and it's not easy to come here and win. They're not an easy team to beat, and so we take the point and we march on with a lot of graciousness and humility.
We'll start with the last three.
Okay, Coach Makwena from DSTV. Okay, just wanted to know how easy it is for you to throw in the likes of Nyanga and Jerome Karelse and Abungosi to the team when Cassius Medley is doing so well.
Yeah, well, Cash, yeah, power,
Generator should be
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saved by the bell in school. It's-
Gonna finish that question?
Okay,
There we go.
yeah. How easy it is? Not easy for them. We have to give them all the support that they can. The talent of Cassius, the talent of Sia, the talent of Buthelezi, the talent of Jerome is a reflection of the hard work that is being put by the academy staff. So a lot of very good compliments have to go to people like Sean Bishop, David Notwane, Sam Mbata, Surprise Muriri. These are people that work tirelessly to make sure that the players are good enough to be able to play for the first team, because it's not charity to hand out debuts. The players have to be good enough. And I think they demonstrated, and Tando made his debut, and he demonstrated that he can get to this level and compete. So a lot of compliments and praise needs to go to the academy staff, number one. Number two, to the football club for the investments that they make into the academy. And then we try our level best to give the opportunities, because and maybe the one master of that was Sir Alex Ferguson, and in his book he says all talent wants is an opportunity to be used. And that's what we have to try our level best to give, is just opportunities for these talented kids to demonstrate their talent. But for sure that is just a reflection of the investment of the football club and the investment of the academy staff and the people that work tirelessly to make sure that they are good enough to be at this level.
We'll finish with Rob.
Sure.
Coach, Rob from the DSTV.
Sure, Rob.
We touched on it privately.
Yeah.
But how much are you looking forward to after being a month on the road, 2 international trips, 2 provincial capitals, and you suddenly get to play in front of your own fans again on Saturday?
Yeah, we excited for that. It's going to be a tough game against a very good side. And as I said even earlier, people don't think about how difficult it is for us to be able to come even here, for an example, after 2 days already in a very difficult game, in a cup game where there's a lot of pressure, and we pick up a result that puts us in the next round. And then and that was from the back of traveling all the way north to play a very difficult game where we had a lot of pressure to get a result too. And people just expect us to pitch and win football matches. It's not easy with the traveling, with the pressure, and with a lot of investment of having to watch 3-4 games of Stellenbosch, and then having to watch our previous game and doing corrections and showing the video of the players. So I have nothing but huge words of compliments for this group, honest group of players that invest so much, and under very difficult circumstances make sure that they do their best to represent not just us, the coaches, but themselves and their families and the football club, and they do that very, very well. So huge compliments to this group, and as I always say, I'm very proud and honored to be their coach, because every 96 minutes, 98 minutes sometimes, they do the best that they can to make sure that they try to win football matches. And so even in the difficult moments, they do the best that they can. And now is to focus on the recovery, fly back as quickly as possible to Joburg, get the players resting and drinking lots of fluid. And tomorrow we come in, we do a session for Regen, and then a bit of video analysis for a debrief about this game. And then we have to go again, and the pressure will be to win the next football match. But we'll give them all the support that they need and that we can, because it's another one we have to try to win.
Thank you, Coach. That concludes this evening's press conference.
Thank you,
very
guys.
much.
Thank you so much. Safe travels. Thank you, sir. Thank you.